thank everyone for coming out. I'm going to start off with the original song. I'll be playing a lot of original stuff tonight. I'm going to start off with one called Home. I'll get going here. So this one's kind of about, this is the first song off my CD. And this one is kind of about being around people that you love and how it feels like home. And then conversely, when those people aren't around, then it doesn't feel like home. So that's kind of what this is. A single voice in the dark echoes against the wind. And I was with you long after you left me alone. And I was fine that day till I got home. And I was with you long after you left me alone. Just raise up my hand and raise up my heart. Just raise all my sorrow and pain with a mention of your name. And I was fine that day. I just kept walking and walking and walking, and I was home. And I was with you long after you left me alone. And I'm still with you long after you left me alone. And I'm still here. Please come home. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to thank Arts on Grand for having me here tonight and doing all the work. And I thank everybody for coming out to listen. What I was kind of thinking of doing tonight was I'd play a lot of my stuff and a few like kind of fun covers, songs that I really love. And I'll tell you a little bit about them. And if anybody, we can make this like a two-way thing too. If you have any questions or anything about songs, or you want to say anything, just speak up in between songs. What's that?
I'd like to hear about you.
Okay, well, my name's Matt Andrews. I guess I should probably say that. I've lived in Spencer for about 20 years now. I've been playing professionally as a solo musician for about 4 years now. And this is actually my last show being a Spencer resident here. My wife and I are about to pick up and move. We're going to be moving to Florida. So I'm really happy to be doing this at Arts on Grand too. I'm real happy to be here doing that. So
Where in Florida do you move?
we're going to move into Port St. Lucie, which is north of Miami, like an hour and a half, 2 hours on the Atlantic side.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a beautiful area. Just love it down there. But we like it here too. So hopefully we're coming back to visit sometime next year. But I'm very happy to have this be like my last show here. So, yeah.
And I assume you're going to be singing and playing down there?
Yep. I'll be doing that. I'll be playing down there as well. So, hopefully playing some places on the ocean. You can't beat that. Right? All right. So this next song I'll play is called August. This song is about. It's kind of fitting to play it now since it is August. This song is about. It seems like every year, like when August, September rolls around. Like I start looking forward to winter, and I'm not like a huge fan of winter. So then I start thinking back over the year, and start looking back on like all the things that have happened, and of course all the mistakes I've made, and it's just kind of leading up on that, thinking about that. So this song's kind of like that. It's about that, or I guess if you wanted it short, I would say this is about the transitory nature of time. That's a little deep though. Another August has come and gone without me. And all the mistakes that I've made, they've come to haunt me. And in these little lives that we all lead, all we have are memories, guesses of what we want to be. Well, I was born in Arizona, I haven't made it down. I'm not the kind who's likely to try, 'cause I'm not so great on lead guitar. I just pick and strum. When I feel low, you know I barely hum. So have a drink, just one, and we'll look back at how our lives got so far off the track. And we'll be singing, hey, hey, how's your day? I'm doing just fine. Just sing us a song tonight, it'll be just fine too. And we'll be singing, hey, hey, it's just the past. I know good things, they never last. Soon enough tonight, it'll be gone too. Out there on 71, you may be driving home. Are you alone or are you with him? And if I called you up, would you talk to me? Make things how they used to be? Would you just text and say you're too busy for me? And we'll be singing, hey, hey, how's your day? I'm doing just fine. Just sing us a song tonight, it'll be just fine too. And we'll be singing, hey, hey, it's just the past. I know good things, they never last. Soon enough tonight, it'll be gone too. And we'll be singing, hey, hey, how's your day? I'm doing just fine. Sing a song tonight, it'll be just fine too. And we'll be singing, hey, hey, it's just the past. I know good things, they never last. Soon enough tonight, well, soon tonight, it'll be gone too. Thank you. Thank you. So, when I wrote that song, it was, we were doing open mic once a month up at Okoboji Brewing Company. And at the end of all the open mics, everybody would always say, let's do Wagon Wheel. You know that song by, I can't think who does it, but I know Darius Rucker did a version of it. And a couple times, yeah, there you go. So a couple times we would do it, and then like, it got kind of annoying. And I like the song, I don't mind the song, but I was like, I gotta find a different song. So I wrote that song with the idea that that could be the song that we played at the end of open mic. It didn't ever really turn out like that. I think we did it a couple times, but it's just kind of a fun little song. Next one I'll do for you is called, this is St. James Infirmary. This is one of my very favorite songs. And I first heard this song in New Orleans. We went to a little place in the French Quarter. A guy that I met in New Orleans took me there. And his name was James. And he was a really funny guy, but he said, I want you to hear my favorite song, Matt. And so we tipped the guys $5. And we asked him to sing it too, because sometimes this is just an instrumental. But this is one of those old songs. A lot of people think that Louis Armstrong wrote this song, and he did this song. But they found copies of this song like written down in attics and things like that that they've recovered from like the late 1800s. So I don't think anyone knows who wrote this song, but I think it's just a fun song. So this is St. James Infirmary. Well, I went down to the St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there. She was laid out on a cold white table. She was so cold and so fair and so sweet. So I went to see her doctor. He said she's dead, you see. So I went back down to see my little baby. She was so cold and so fair and so sweet. Down to Old Joe's barroom, you know, down on the corner by the square. And the drinks were being served as usual. You know, the usual crowd was there. So I went up to Old Joe McGinn. His eyes were a bloodshot red. He poured himself just one more whiskey, and these are the words that he said. Right now, he said, when I die, I want you to bury me down low. Put silver dollar pieces on each eye, and put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so the boys will know I died standing back. Now that's the end of my story. So have another round of drinks, and if anyone should ask you how you doing, just say I've got the St. James Infirmary blues. That's the end of my story. So have another round of drinks. And if anyone should ask you how you doing, just say I've got the St. James Infirmary blues. I've got the St. James Infirmary blues. Thank you. That's a fun one. So this next one I'm doing is called Plugging Away. This is an original song. And this song is, I find like most of my songs, I guess, it's not like you write a bunch of songs that are kind of similar when you start out to do it. But then like if you look back over it, you start to like see what your own like little style is. And I think that's very interesting. So I was looking back on this like just the other day, and I realized that a lot of my songs are about trying to recognize what problems other people are facing, or putting yourself in their circumstance. And this song was one of the very first ones I wrote like that. This is called Plugging Away. And this is written about people, you know, there's people all around the world that like have very difficult problems, more difficult than things that we face, even the worst problems that we face. People face death on a daily basis, or they are other people's property. And that's all kind of sad. And these people, they just keep going on with their life. And it's very cool to just recognize that kind of thing. So that's what this is about, and so it's called Plugging Away. And this is kind of about someone on the outside recognizing what those people are facing and how they feel. Simple thoughts, simple words, betray you with the truth. And the easy things that others do, it sparkles but not for you. When you feel that you're beaten down by life and all the rest, well, you just stand right back up and then you take it on with your best. People shout and people push to this world to make it change. And then other people, they turn away, they forget they've got a choice. but not you. You just keep plugging away. This world's not fair to anyone, but that don't make it right. And certain times it's even worse for you than for all the rest. If I could just change it all, well, you know I would, but I can't. So I'll just sit there like the rest. People shout and people push in this world to make it change. And then other people, they turn away, they forget they've got a choice. But not you. You just keep plugging away. 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 Thank you. I recorded that song over in, that was the first recording experience I had was with the little 6-song album that was on, and I got to go over to Sioux City and had a friend of mine, Rita Harkin, play violin on that song. And it's so much more beautiful with the violin. I wish I could like drag her around and make her play that whenever I play that song, but that just doesn't work. So, all right, so I'm going to continue that kind of theme of putting yourself in other people's circumstances. This song is written from the perspective of somebody who's a little bit crazy, like clinically insane. This song's called Crazy Now. Well, I was sitting around wishing all my friends could sit alone on the ground. It's the way I feel, well I know it's just something you fell for. It's no different in life. I hear the word on the street is that you're going down. You can take your time or I can push you along. I know it's just something you fell for. It's no different in life. But when the world is just getting you down and it feels like it's all gonna end right now, don't go crazy, crazy now. And when it feels like they're all looking down at you, just shaking their heads, telling you no, don't go crazy, crazy now. And as you're turning away, they're still beating you down. It's a simple explanation of a complex noun. I know it's just something you fell for. It's no different in life. I say you're better off thinking that you're all alone than a man who is mistaken that they're all behind him now. People pass it on every day. These people text you things that they'd never say. I know. But when the world is just getting you down and it feels like it's all gonna end right now, don't go crazy, crazy now. And when it feels like they're all looking down at you, just shaking their heads, they're telling you no, don't go crazy, crazy now. They can hide you away in the darkest room. They can dress you in white and lock your arms up too, I know. It's just something I live with. It's no different in life. When you're counting your days on a concrete wall, and your friend at the corner says you've lost it all. It's find something that they label you and true, treat you better than the doctors do. I know. Oh, when the world is just getting you down and it feels like it's all gonna end right now, don't go crazy, crazy now. And when it feels like they're all looking down at you, just shaking their heads and they're telling you no, don't go crazy, crazy now. Don't go crazy, just don't go crazy now. Thank you. All right, so the next song I'll do for you is called Fresh Air. This is a song that I wrote for my older sister. I'm kind of slow to learn things. And a few years ago, I realized that after my sister had been married for 17 years, that my relationship with her, I'm not like as important to her as like her husband. You know, you kind of get, once your siblings get married, like the dynamics of the relationship changed. And so, I mean, I guess I always knew it, but to vocalize it is something else. So this song is a song that I wrote for her to let her know that even though I don't get to see her much, I do care about her. So this is kind of, I guess you would call this a non-romantic love song. This is called Fresh Air. Not everyone that I know can say that I got a friend like you, someone who tries to care, and even if you stay away, well, I still love you anyway. Get rich to places so cold and alone, and then I don't see you for days, or weeks or months, it feels like years. But I still love you anyway. And it's not for the way that you hold on tight, 'cause you don't. And it's not for the way that I fix you, 'cause I won't. I still love you so. Never let you go. I still love you so. Never let you go. Not every day I get a breath of fresh air. People who don't care, they blow it right in my face. And even if you turn away, well, I can't seem to walk away. It's not that I die, but I cough as I breathe. Deep in my heart and my lungs, I can feel it's taking its toll on me. I feel love just slipping away. Do you see yourself in me? Because I see myself in you. Do you see yourself in me? Because I see myself in you. for the way that you hold on tight, 'cause you don't. And it's not for the way that I fix you, 'cause I won't. I still love you so. Never let you go. I still love you so. Never let you go. Thank you. Alright, this next song I'll play is called Off to the Left. I don't know if any of you guys are on social media, but that's what this song is about. I totally am, and I love it. but it has its, limits. So I find that I would much rather be sitting across the table from somebody, talking to them, or looking at them rather than looking at a phone, typing, and sending pictures to them. So I wrote this song. It's called Off to the Left, and the idea of that is it's referring to if you're going to take a picture on social media, you usually kind of move the camera up above. It makes you look better, and you move off to the left. And that frustrates me, because then when you look at everybody's profile picture, they all look the exact same if it's taken from that angle. So anyway, that's why this is called that. The world seems fake to me today. All the people who snapped and posted away. I'm wishing that my life was just like theirs somewhere. But when the rain beats down and the lights go out and they hold their breath and they scramble about, I wonder if they'd go insane if it stayed this way. I wanna see the world with my own eyes. I wanna walk down the street in my own two shoes, take a rest and catch my breath with my own lungs. I wanna hear the music with my own ears. I wanna kiss your lips with my own two lips, taste the salty sea as it sprays against my face. Just put the phone down, brother, be my real life friend. We're all made of dirt and we all feel the wind. Just takes time, but that's okay when it's a real thing. And flash a smile, my sister, full of hope and flair. When you move and talk, it's not a snapshot square. Slightly above and off to the left is not fair to you. I wanna see the world with my own eyes. I wanna walk down the street in my own two shoes, take a rest and catch my breath with my own lungs. I wanna hear the music with my own ears. I wanna kiss your lips with my own two lips, taste the salty sea as it sprays against my face. Now I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. Don't get defensive, this is just my song. I don't pretend to be right all the time, 'cause I'm not. And if you think that I'm wrong, please just give it a try. I'm not expecting a radical change in the world, but wouldn't it be great if we could do that? I wanna hear the music with my own ears. I wanna kiss your lips with my own two lips, taste the salty sea as it sprays against my face tonight. Thank you. Alright, so I did promise you some cover songs, so you don't have to listen to my stuff all night. This one is one that I learned from my wife. She said it was it's not like about her or anything, but she thought it was a cool song, so I decided to learn it for her. I think it's a very sweet song in spite of the title. This is called Murder in the City. If If I get murdered in the city, don't go revenging in my name. One person dead from such is plenty. No need to go get locked away. When I leave your arms, the things that I think of, no need to get overlocked. I'm coming home. I wonder which brother is better, which one my parents love the most. I seem to get in lots of trouble, they seem to let the other go. A tear fell from my father's eyes, I wondered what my dad would say. He said, I love you and I'm proud of you both in so many different ways. If I get murdered in the city, go read the letter in my desk. Don't bother with all my belongings, but pay attention to the list. Make sure my sister knows I loved her. Make sure my mother knows the same. And make sure, gotta get these words right. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing like the love that let us share our name. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing like the love that let us share our name. Well, they're not always all going to be perfect.
When did you start composing? How long ago? Or?
Well, I'm the type of person that ever since I first picked up a guitar, I started writing songs. Even before I knew chords, I started writing them. But seriously, for like my first album that I did, Life and All the Rest, it's got 6 songs on it, and I started writing those, oh geez, I would say probably about 8 years ago. And then, then I recorded them about 5 years ago. But the newest album I had, When the Traffic Thins, which I'll play the title song off of that before too much longer. But that was exciting for me because I actually got to go into a studio for it. And I wrote, most of the songs I wrote with the thought of recording it in the studio, so it was kind of like a purposeful thing. The other one was a collection of stuff that I had done. So yeah, I've been playing guitar about 20 years now and singing, and I know very first time I picked up my guitar, I was like trying to make up chords. I think most people do that. But, yeah, does that make sense? But good question. All right, so this one. I already mentioned I'm kind of slow to hear stuff. I don't always keep up on things that are going on in the world. So I was up doing a job up in Okoboji like 3 years ago. And I don't know if you know Damon Dotson or you heard of him, but he plays a lot up there. And he was setting up a show up there. And so I was talking to him, and it was actually really cool. We got to like trade CDs. And then his drummer was setting up, and his drummer said, hey, did you hear that the Black Crowes broke up? And like, I'm not a huge Black Crowes fan, but I just thought they were really cool. They were like a real band. You know, a lot of the music that comes out now is like a singer, and then they just hire a bunch of musicians to come and play the music for them. But they were like a real band. Like, they would go lock themselves in a house and like record. And they would do that. So I thought that was really cool. And I was really sad when they broke up. And so I went home that night, and I had a beer or two, and I didn't like get drunk or anything, but and I wrote this song. And so this is like my little tribute song to Black Crowes. And I don't play this one a lot, so this is kind of a special one just for tonight. I don't play it a lot live. This is called Not Goodbye. you said goodbye to all of those friends. It's not that you're leaving that makes me feel this way. Well, you say that you're happy, but I know you better than that. And all that you wanted was less than you had. Well, you said she talks to angels and that you need a cure, but all that you wanted was to just play and be her. I figure someday the guy from Black Crowes is going to come along and sue me for stealing words from his songs, but I don't know. Maybe he'll appreciate what I was going for and he won't be mad at me. Or he'll realize I don't have enough money to sue. Alright, so as I mentioned, we're going to be moving to Florida. I love the beach very much, and the beach, like beach up at Okoboji, is great, but beach at the ocean is really nice. So this next song is kind of about that. This song is, for everybody, paradise is something different. For some people, it's like hanging out in a cabin in the woods, and I think that's great if that's your thing. Mine is the beach, and so this one is kind of about that, and this is called Paradise. Run away with me to paradise. We can leave the worries of this mixed up world far behind. And every night I'll play you a love song true that I wrote just for you. And every night we'll find love until the morning light breaks through. Every day I'd chase your heart, or maybe you'd chase mine. And would you spend forever together with me in my dream? Run away with me to paradise. We can leave the worries of this mixed up world far behind. And every night I'll play you a love song true that I wrote just for you. And every night we'll find love until the morning light breaks through. And every morning I'll wake to find your head across my chest. Every day I chase your heart, or maybe you chase mine. Could you spend forever? Would you spend forever? Could you spend forever together with me in my dreams? Thank you. All right, so I'll stay with that theme then of the beach and the coast. About 4 years ago now, my wife and I, 5 years ago, I don't know. We took a trip over to California, and it was one of those trips where you jump in the car and you drive, and then like if you see something cool, like we saw this cool rock formation over in Utah, and we just like pulled over and went and like climbed up it and like hung out there for a little while. So it wasn't like hardcore driving to get there. And it took us like 3 or 4 days to get to California. But once we got there, the highlight of the trip was the beach and going and checking out the tide pools at the beach. If you haven't ever done that, I recommend you do it. It's very cool. And so this is a song that I wrote before that. This song is very special to me because it's a song I wrote before we went, and it was kind of about it was about the trip and all the stuff we were going to do. And then I wrote it from the perspective of somebody who liked it so much that they went and they moved to the beach. And so now we're about to do something similar to that. So, I don't know. I guess the song kind of came true, I guess. This is called The Coast. We set up for California with the stars within our sights. When we got to Yellowstone Park, it was such a beautiful sight. You see, I'd always preferred the canyon, but I believe that I did smile. When we finally reached the ocean, it was such a beautiful night. And you said, go walk along the ocean barefoot, you run beside the waves. We'll stop and see what tide pools have to share. And I swore right then and there, I told you right then and there, we're moving to the coast. Now every Sunday that we have, we grill fish tacos in the yard. Then we sit inside our trailer and feel the waves against the shore. And now we walk along the ocean barefoot, we run beside the waves. We stop and see what tide pools have to share. And I swore right then and there, I told you right then and there. Oh, I remember that one night. So we moved to the coast. Thank you. All right, so I just got a few more songs, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's really nice to have a nice crowd here, and I just love the feel of being in this place. It's so cool, like the idea of being in a place kind of surrounded by art and playing music, and it's just such a cool thing. I've been, known I'm going to do this for a couple months now, but just been super excited about it. So thanks again for listening, guys. The song I'm going to play next is, this is one of my very favorite songs. This is a cover song. This is by one of my very favorite artists. And this is Yellow Ledbetter by Pearl Jam. And this song, I think, is funny because I love the song so much. But if you look at the story of like how they released the song, Pearl Jam had their first album, which was 10. And they recorded the whole thing. And this was one of the songs. And then they cut the song. They did like 3 takes of it. They recorded it on the 3rd take. And then they cut it. They said, we don't want to release that song. And it was never going to be released. And then when they started getting popular overseas, like over in Europe, they put their popular song, which was Jeremy, which is an interesting song on its own, but they put this as like a B-side to that song. And then this song just got ridiculously popular after that. And I remember as teenagers, all of us, like, we would have to go to the record stores and try and find that import of that single just so we could have this song. So it was like, I think it's kind of funny because it's like that close from this song. Like I've never even hearing the song, if you can understand what I'm saying. So this is Yellow Ledbetter. Love and see left on a porch of letter sat, and on that sand I wanna leave it again. Once I saw her on a beach of weathered sand, and on that sand I wanna leave it again. Land a weekend, wish it all away. Guess I called and I said that I want what I said, and then I called out again. Land the reason I wanna leave her come, 'cause I said I don't know whether I'm the boxer or the bat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you see them? Right on the porch, but they don't wave. And I can see them right on the front way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know I don't know why I'm stay. Makes me cry. Well, I wanna draw it all away, 'cause I said I don't know whether I'm the boxer or the bat. And I can see them right on the front way, yeah, yeah. And I know I don't know how to stay. I don't know how to stay, yeah, yeah. I don't know how to stay. I don't wanna stay. Thank you. All right, so I'm very intrigued by relationships and the dynamics in relationships between two people. This next song I'm going to play is called I'm Sorry, and it is a frank look at relationships. In a relationship, you have two people, and usually one person will do something to cause pain in the relationship or difficulty, and then if the relationship's going to move forward, that person needs to apologize for what they did. But then both people have to work. Like, it can't just be that one person that works to make things go better. So they both have to come together and work to make things go. And so this is what that song's about. This song is called I'm Sorry. Well, sometimes life can beat you down, or will rip you up and toss you around. Sometimes life up and makes you moan. And sometimes I will do the same. I'll make you cry, drive you insane, make you mad and hurt you deep down inside. And other days you'll hurt me back, and I'll feel my life is so full of crack, and I'll push you away and leave myself with nothing. But the truth is, my love, all the times just come and go, and then we do our crimes and we fill our lives with trouble and woe. And for every time that I've hurt you so, there's 3 more times that I love you more. So I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. Well, I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. 'Cause when you say something that I don't hear and you stomp your feet, it's so very clear you would have heard if you were talking to yourself, dear. But I'm just me, I'm a simple man. I like simple things, like beer from a can. That's the way I am, and I've always been. So please just tell me plain and clear, 'cause if I can't guess, it's probably not there, and I'll make do with whatever it is you want to say. 'Cause the truth is, my love, all the times just come and go, and then we do our crimes and we fill our lives with trouble and woe. And for every time that I've hurt you so, there's 3 more times that I love you more. So I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. Well, I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. 'Cause when everything is said and done, excuses are for yesterday, and all I see is the sorrow in your eye. And all the pain that's caused by my mistakes are right in front of me, and all I need is for you to say it's okay. So I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. Well, I guess I'll just say that I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, well, this is my last one for tonight. So this one is... This song is responsible for that album even being possible. I was not even really going to be able to record one. I, of course, didn't have the money for it. And so I went up to this songwriters conference because I was playing the song and I was stuck on this part of it. It just didn't, like, it needed something else and I didn't know what it was. So I went up to the songwriters conference up at Pearson Lakes Arts Center. I'd never been to anything like that before. But I thought maybe it'll, like, help get things moving, or someone will throw a suggestion in. And I played this song, and then I did get a few really nice suggestions about it that I took on it. But I got done playing, the whole thing got over, and I went and packed up my guitar and went to go home. And this guy stopped me by the name of Reed Wilson. He's up at the Pearson Lakes Arts Center. He does their sound for them. And he has a studio, and he said, I really liked your song. He said, I would love to record your stuff for you. He said, I have a studio in my garage, and I was like, that sounds kind of sketchy, but it actually turned out to be a pretty good deal. We recorded that song, and then he recorded the entire album for me for free, which is really nice. And so I guess this song is kind of what made that possible. So the title to the CD is off of this song. It's called When the Traffic Thins, and that refers to traffic is kind of like time in this song. This is called 1 Hour. It's about spending an hour with someone that you love that you'll probably never get to see again. And this is, this is 1 hour. A cup of tea the way you like, just coffee for me. Now just listen in the light. The words we've had, they're all gone. Impressions, that's all they were. Now I'm not worried this afternoon. This is how I'd spend it, just an hour between us two. We could listen to the cars drive by as the seconds tick away. You know I'd spend it with you. Oh, I'd spend it with you. With you. Just tell me the story of how we first met, and I'll pretend it's my first time. Don't change a thing. Describe your lost love, and I'll cry inside. But I'll tell you to keep being strong. And I said don't look back too much. You know the past ruins the road you're driving on right now. Minutes fly by like cars on the motorway. And when the traffic thins, I beg to have a few more drive-by. And eventually you ask me again, how are you? And I'd smile big, and with a tear in my eye I'd say, I'm fine. Oh, I'm doing fine. This is how I'd spend it, just an hour between old friends. Just a few more moments between us now is all. This is how I'd spend it, just an hour between us two. We could listen to the cars drive by as the seconds tick away. I know I'd spend it with you. Oh, I'd spend it with you. Thank you very much.